Hi friend, I just wanted to take a minute to invite you to our Lash Biz Babes Experience 2026. This is a one-day all online event happening on May 2nd, and our theme for the year is going all in. We are shaking things up and doing it differently than anyone ever has before. This is going to be an all online event as usual, but it's going to be 100% a curated journey throughout your day as we guide you through the mindset, strategy, and passion needed to go all in on your business to make it your best year in business yet. All lash artists, estheticians, and beauty professionals are invited to join us. There will be guided sessions, interactive workshops, a panel discussion, and big giveaways happening throughout that whole day. And tickets are on sale now for only $199. Payment plans are available. Let's go all in on our businesses for 2026 together. All the details and the link for tickets are down in the show notes below. I would love to have you join us online in May. Welcome to Lash Biz Babes, the podcast for solo beauty business owners who want to build a full clientele and create a business and life that they truly love. My name is Erica. I'm your host. I'm a lash artist turned beauty business coach, lash educator, and social media manager for salons and beauty businesses. I'm so happy that you're here. Let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. Welcome to this week's episode of Lash Biz Babes. My name is Erica. I'm your host, and this week we are going to be talking about the number one thing that is working the best for building your clientele on social media right now. So I own a social media management agency. We have several clients and we have seen what's working, what's not working. And honestly, there are a few different things that are working right now. But I just wanted to do a quick episode on what I'm seeing is working the best because I'm hearing from several of you that you're struggling to build your clientele or it's getting slow again. But we are like in holiday season swing and it's ramping up and you should be able to get clients very easily right now. And I want you to be able to get clients very easily right now. So I wanted to share just what I am seeing is working the best. And honestly, it's TikTok. So I don't want you to feel like overwhelmed if you're not already using TikTok for your beauty business. Like it has to be another platform to use, another platform to learn. I know there can be sometimes mixed feelings on TikTok, but let me share why I feel like this platform is really helping people and working the best right now. And I'm not saying this to say that like TikTok is the best and you shouldn't use anything else and the other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, are dead or anything like that, because I think all of them are valuable in their own ways and all of them have their pros and cons. But what I'm seeing working the best right now with TikTok is audience growth, which is a piece that many beauty business owners can struggle with. And specifically for local visibility, local followers, getting people in your local area seeing your content. I just don't feel like Instagram is as good at putting your content in front of the right people who don't already follow your page. So you kind of have to do a lot more legwork, in my opinion, on Instagram to build a local following. It's totally possible in like 30 minutes or less a day, literally have a whole strategy for building your local following on Instagram in 30 minutes or less a day. Absolutely. But I just feel like TikTok has such a great algorithm for audience growth. And like, if you want to reach local people, you can easily reach local people who don't already follow your page and get bookings from it so easily. So the thing that we're seeing working the best right now is actually videos that start out with your location name first. So I'm in the Boise, Idaho area. If I was doing lash extension clients right now, I would be starting videos out with like, if you live in the Boise area or ladies in Boise or Boise girlies or something like that. Like that's going to be the first thing out of my mouth is that target audience that I want the algorithm to help me reach, because it does help the algorithm reach the right people. And I would also be writing those things like in the caption, something about like Boise or, the location and the services, things like that. So we had a past social media client and we weren't managing her pages at the time that she did this, but she was someone that we worked with in the past. But she ended up moving out of state, which is why she stopped working with us, because she was like, I need to rebuild my clientele and I don't have any money coming in right now to like pay for social media management. So, totally, absolutely understandable. But when she moved, she was now tasked with building her clientele in a new area where she didn't know anybody. And so she really honed in on TikTok, and the video that took off for her was one, and it said something like Tacoma girlies because she was in the Tacoma area. And it said, like, this is my application to be your esthetician. And she ended up getting like over 30 new clients booking from that one video because it really took off in the local area. So you've probably heard me talk about how you don't need to go viral to build your beauty business. And I still feel like that's absolutely true. However, what I'm seeing is people going quote unquote locally viral and really getting a lot of bookings from that. And so really getting a lot of views in their local area, and that could even be like a few thousand views in their own area and they can still get a lot of bookings from that. So don't feel like you still have to get like hundreds of thousands of views or followers or likes or anything. Like I'll give you another example of this. We did a social media class in the Boise area at a salon for other beauty business owners to help them with like social media and like content creation and things like that. So I made one TikTok video that started out with, if you're an esthetician, hairstylist, salon owner in the Boise, Idaho area, we want to like invite you to this class. I don't know if that's exactly what I said, but it was something like that. But anyway, the video started out with saying who the video was for and the area that they needed to live in. And I don't remember off the top of my head exactly how many views it got, but it was like 4,000 views. And we completely filled up that entire class because of that one video. Like, we had to add extra seats and, like, rent chairs, and, like, it was such a major success beyond what we originally anticipated when we set out to do the class. Like, of course, we hoped it would be successful, but just didn't realize that we were gonna have like, we max capacitied out the salon, and even the next door neighboring businesses were, like, complaining to the landlord during the event, like, during the class, and coming in to complain in the salon during the class because there were so many cars parked in the parking lot that their clients and their, customers didn't have anywhere to park. So, this is just to share with you the power that TikTok has to build your business. If you're a locally based service provider, the things I think you should really focus on is always including your location, if you can, in what you're saying in the video, and then also in the caption of the video so that the algorithm can help connect you with the correct people and put your videos in front of the right people who you want to be seeing it, who could actually book an appointment with you, right? And this could be the same if you had like product lines or if you did like education for other beauty pros, things like that. Like start with who your target audience is. And if it's needs to be tied down to a location, like they need to be in a certain area, like say that in the video. The second thing that I feel like is really helpful with TikTok and what we're seeing working the best is talking videos, like actually getting on camera and talking to the camera, which I know can be so scary when you haven't done that a lot before. I absolutely understand that. But just like, I don't know, brutal honesty, I don't know how to phrase that. Just like being frank and being honest about it, that's what we see take off the most and where we're seeing clients getting the most success and results. So, we also had a social media management client who restarted a fresh TikTok page at the end, very tail end of 2024. And she's grown that to over 6,000 followers so far this year. And it's not even the end of the year yet, which I know there's probably other creators and whatever who get a lot more followers or views or likes than that. But just imagine if you had 6,000 people interested in your products or your services or your courses that are now following you online this year. Like if you grew your audience by 6,000 this year, you'd probably be thrilled. And our goal for her is to reach 10K by the end of the year. And I feel like that's very doable with the traction and momentum that we've now helped build for her and what she's helped build for herself. So I just feel like TikTok is such a great audience growth platform and they like to see you. One thing that I really love about TikTok too is that it's more like behind the scenes, it's less polished, less perfect. Sometimes I feel more pressure on Instagram that, like, everything has to be polished and perfect and perfectly in place, and, like, you can't just show up as you are, like, you have to get decked out all to the nines or whatever, and I know that's not necessarily true for Instagram, but that's how it feels over there sometimes, and that's one thing that I really love about TikTok is that I feel like I can just record a video in my car, and it's not a big deal. I just feel like it's a little more laid back with the content, but also people are interested in you and your story and making those connections. And so that's what we're also seeing working really well is kind of like the more storytelling aspect of things where like you're basically documenting your journey of growing your business or your journey of being a mom or a wife or a dog owner or, a business owner, things like that. And being able to share, like, the behind the scenes of building your business and, like, taking people along for that ride with you, because I feel like that's where people can really build the best following is when you're consistently showing up and they're able to watch your content and follow the journey with you. So that's kind of the angle we've taken for some of our clients too, and just helping them be able to tell their story through their videos and documenting the journey of being able to grow their business and educating, letting people get to know them, things like that. And that's working very well for them. So I love to see it. I'm so happy for them. I also don't personally, just another little story of this. I don't personally know this creator, but I saw an esthetician on TikTok say that she was going to have to close down her business because the numbers just weren't working out. But she made a TikTok that ended up going locally viral, and she got 300 new bookings from that one video that got a lot of traction in her local area, and it completely saved her business. So, truly, 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 I just feel like it is so worth it to put yourself out there and to get outside of your comfort zone and talk on camera and make the content and post the content even when it feels scary, because the results can be so worth it to be able to grow your business. I also saw another TikTok today that I just wanted to share the sentiment that they shared. It was a creator named Lena, and so she shared, like basically she put on it says, "Solo esthetician thought of the day," and she shared, "Would you rather be embarrassed posting the content or be embarrassed that you have to close down your business because you didn't get the clients because you didn't post the content?" Like, either way, that's gonna feel embarrassing in the moment, so I don't know. That just kind of puts it into perspective though of like, yes, it can feel embarrassing. Yes, it can be scary. Yes, it's probably outside of your comfort zone to like get on camera and record the content and post it. But like what's more embarrassing or what's more scary? Not reaching your dreams, or are you gonna let the fear you're having around this take control? Like, what's more scary? Not reaching your dreams or staying put with where you're at and not growing and not being able to have the business that you want? When I put things into perspective like that, it really fuels my fire to create content more and to want to show up online more and to be able to actually grow my business and get the results that I want because I'm in the right mindset of like, I'm showing up and I'm going to grow my business and I'm excited to be here. Cause that's the other thing I see a lot where people feel like they hate social media. It doesn't work. They don't like creating content. They resent having to be online or do any of it. And they're not getting the results that they want from it because of the attitude and the mindset that they have around social media. Like, of course, it's not going to work for you if you don't like showing up there and you hate it and you resent it and you don't enjoy it. That doesn't mean you have to be like a full on content creator and you have to love it every single day, but like if you don't enjoy showing up online and you have that much resentment towards it, it's not going to work for you. So sometimes I feel like some of this has to be some mindset adjustments too. So just something to take into consideration when you are considering taking or creating content and showing up online. You are in control of the content that you consume, the types of content you create, the results that you get, and the experience that you have with that. If you need to block, unfollow, mute accounts that don't make you like showing up online or make you feel comparison, make you feel some type of way, maybe their content isn't even necessarily bad or mean or rude or trying to make you feel bad, but if it makes you feel some type of way, it's okay to like put some boundaries around that. Put some boundaries around the amount of time that you spend online each day. things like that, so that you can make it a healthy place to show up. So that's just kind of like a side rant from my main topic of this episode. But that's what we are seeing working really well is TikTok talking videos and saying your audience, the target audience and the location first thing out of your mouth when you get on TikTok. The other thing that works really well on it too is like if you're starting the video with like, "Hey guys," or so, like introducing yourself first thing, it doesn't capture people's attention and they end up scrolling away really quickly. So you always want to start it with something that's going to be like what they call a hook or something that's going to catch their attention within the first few seconds. So basically let them know what you're going to be talking about in the video too, like pretty quickly. And I also always love to put text on the screen. And I found this with we had a hair extension client that we did for a couple years with their social media pages. And I found with their TikTok page, I did some experiments with the content to see how things performed. And when I did videos of like before and after hair transformations and I didn't put text on the screen, they didn't perform as well as when I did put text on the screen. So it could be just another, before and after hair transformation, but this time I put like POV, you finally got the hair extensions you've been wanting, or, it's just something like that, or, some type of text on the screen like fall hair inspiration. Those videos consistently outperformed the ones that didn't have text on the screen because people can immediately see what the video is going to be and what they can expect to learn from it or see as like the end result. And so that's what I would recommend too is putting text on the screen. Even if it's a talking video, like what are you going to be talking about in that so that it piques their interest and they stay longer and your watch times will be longer. So just a few tips for TikTok, what we're seeing working the best right now. We also see like Facebook, local Facebook group strategies working really well right now. We do see some people having really good success with Instagram as well. Like I said, I feel like each of the platforms has a time and a place and a purpose in a marketing strategy. But if you're like, I need clients now and I need people knowing my business exists now and I need people booking this week, next week, the week after, like go get on TikTok and do these things and commit to it for the next 30 days. Like post once a day for the next 30 days. Or, I mean, even, if you did like 2 weeks of twice a day or something like that, something that's going to feel sustainable for you. It's not, I mean, posting twice a day, I feel like, or even 3 times a day, I don't feel like that's sustainable in the long term personally. But like you can pick a short time frame to really commit to posting consistently on TikTok and doing these things and like see the results that you get from it because I promise it will absolutely help you grow your beauty business. Like absolutely. If you are able to get it in front of the right people, it's going to help you be able to grow. And TikTok is very good at helping you get your video and your content in front of the right people. So if you guys have questions on this, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at XOEricaShram. Don't go trying to find my TikTok right now if you're listening to this around the time it was originally airing, like this episode aired, because long story short, as of the day I recorded this episode, I accidentally changed my TikTok username and name on my page to my husband's business names while I was trying to make a separate account for him. It was TikTok's fault. I promise I'm not that dumb. But like I can't change either of those things for the next 7 to 30 days. So if you are listening to this episode around the time that it aired, you probably find me on on TikTok as Ram Electric, which is our electrical company. So anyway, just so funny. I've been laughing about that all day. But yes, TikTok, if you have questions message me on Instagram. I would be happy to, answer some questions for you. We can do a social media audit for you. We could do a coaching call for you and help you with your content creation. I also just released my premiere San Antonio presentation as a masterclass replay. So I'm going to have the links for that in the show notes. If you're like, I don't know what to post, I don't have any strategy for my content creation, I'm not sure what to be doing or what not to be doing on social media to build my clientele, this content strategy masterclass is going to teach you all of that and more. It's a 60-minute masterclass and I really love it. I think you're going to be able to get a lot out of it, and it's only $28. So go grab your copy of the masterclass in the show notes. Please report back if you are going to take the challenge to commit to TikTok over the next month or so. I wanna hear what results you're able to get from that, so keep me posted. I love you, have the best week, and I will see you again next week.